Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We are out here with Tequila again because in the last Tequila video, we talked about essential commands your dog should learn, like look at me, like sit. Today we're going to just quickly talk about 4 more skills that you may want to teach and you don't necessarily have to because they're not that important. And we got Whiskey here too. He got a big head. And Tequila's chasing a kitty because it's fun. So, yes. Doggies like to chase their kitties. Now, the cat's not in any danger. They grew up together. The cat absolutely adores Tequila, even though you have a big head. Yeah. Okay, that's, one thing to do. Anyway, so there are 4 other commands that you want to think about teaching your dog, but they're not as important as the 6 we talked about last time. So one of those is down. I don't mean getting off the furniture. That's the off command. Getting off the furniture or not jumping up on people is off. Don't use the same command for both. Okay? So, okay? That's one thing to do. Good job, Tequila. Anyway, so you might want to teach your dog how to lie down. It's not absolutely necessary. It can be helpful for teaching stay. We're chomping a cat. It's fun. We love chomping cats. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Yeah, we're chomping. Let's take a minute and admire the full-blown chomps that are happening there. And by the way, Bowser loves it. Chomp. Chomps are happening. Yeah? Anyway, so you might want to teach the down command because it's easier to teach stay from a sit. It's even easier to teach it from a down. So teaching down can really help you. Now, she knows down pretty well. And we're just going to keep filming her eating the cats because it's really funny. So things got a little bit crazy with Tequila. So we ended up back in the house. And I just want to finish talking about the rest of the commands that you might want to teach your livestock guardian, but you don't have to. So we already talked about down. Down is important because they are able to learn stay really easy from a down position, but sit works just fine. You don't have to teach lie down. Just remember, if you're going to teach lie down, use down for lie down and off for getting off the furniture. Don't try to use the same command for both. It's confusing and not fair. So you might also want to teach stand. Okay, this is if your dog is kind of squirmy when it comes to grooming or vet care. Stand is a really helpful command. It just means stand still. It doesn't have to mean stand in an exact position where you're at a show and you have to stand in the exact right way. It doesn't have to mean that. It just means stand still while I brush you. Yes, stand is important because you don't stay still. Yeah. So you could teach stand. It's not hard to teach. It does take a little while because staying still is not necessarily their forte. You might want to teach shake because it's fun. And Great Pyrenees and other livestock breeds do this anyway. They're always touching you with their front foot. You can actually teach them to do that on command really, really easily. Reward them with a treat. Say shake. It won't be long before shake means give me your paw. So easy enough. You also might want to teach speak. This one is only for your own entertainment. There is no actual reason to teach speak. Okay? They're barky enough anyway. They're going to bark at things. That's what their job is. And if you're wondering what she's looking at my dad cleaning off the windows from the outside. He can reach, I can't, I'm short. So, you need tall people. Tall people do tall things. Anyway, so you might want to teach speak. My dad actually is getting her to speak because she and him like to talk to each other. So she's going to be speaking on command just because he's teaching her to do that. Because it's really funny. So, yes, it's funny. Anyway, those are the 4 things you might want to teach them. Down, stand, shake, speak. They're not necessary to your livestock guardian's well-being. They're not necessarily safety measures. They're just things you might want to teach. So in addition to the 6 we talked about last week, these are 4 more commands. That brings you to 10. It's not a whole heck of a lot, but the most essential you should teach in the 4 we talked about today, You can or you don't have to. But you might have fun teaching your dog to shake and speak because that's entertaining. And people seem to like it when your dog shakes on command. I'm not sure why, but people do. So if you want to teach your dog a couple of extra tricks, go ahead. Remember, there's a lot of tricks that we haven't talked about that you could teach your dog, and you absolutely should teach your dog if you feel like it. That's about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. We'll see you tomorrow.